Oh my goodness, guys. It's one of those days. It's not even one of those days. It's been one of those weeks where I've just been feeling energetically such a slug. Like such a slug. And it's fascinating because it's like, oh my gosh, I finally am starting this podcast and I finally have clarity and I finally have that huge spark of just like raw passion and fire to keep going and just work on this project. I've just been so excited. So it's like I've spent all week at home on my computer editing, doing things, just like work, and like so excited to be producing and creating. But in the sweep of all of that, I have lost balance of a few other aspects of my life that I have learned throughout time are very essential parts to my daily life. Like if I don't do them, I go freaking crazy and I can't even explain it. Well, let me try. I usually get like so laser focused and so hyper fixated on just working on that I forget about everything else. So for example, one of the most important parts of my daily routine, my morning routine, is stretching and taking the dog on a walk. And I don't know why. I have not wanted to do that any day this week, nor have I done it. I haven't even gotten myself to do it. Like every single cell in my body was just like, nope, I don't want to stretch. Nope, I don't want to go outside. I just want to sit on my computer and work, which, you know, I've been getting a lot done and that's epic, but gotta take care of me too. Like the last thing I want to do to myself, especially pursuing this project, which I'm so excited about, is to run into burnout. Because I do that to myself every fucking time with every single project. And granted, yes, I do have a bigger purpose and vision with this podcast, and there is a lot of meaning behind it. Not only, you know, again, it being my own therapy to be able to let shit out and reflect and just make sense of this craziness we call life and straightening out my inner world, but you know, getting to share this with you guys, being able to connect with you, that is just so humbling and amazing to know that there are other people experiencing the same anxieties and stresses, because it can just feel so overwhelming to feel like you're so alone through life, especially through the hard times, especially when it feels like you should be happy because everything in your external is working in your favor, but for some reason your inner world is like shaken up. But you're not alone. Sometimes we just need to get it out. Speaking of getting it out, it's like not only do I need to actually get my thoughts out with words in a process like this, I need to be physically moving my body every single day. Because if I don't move my body every single day, I get fucking weird. It's like all this pent up energy within my body turns into anxiety, which I'm an overthinker. So then I start to create drama and then I just get fucking weird. It's not an Ari that anybody wants to be around. So what I've learned with myself is that stretching every morning not only makes my body feel so fucking amazing, it just instantly makes me feel better, especially doing it first thing in the morning when I first wake up. It's like reconnecting my spirit to this physical realm, which is my body, and being able to just really get all the kinks from a weird night's sleep, because I have been sleeping so whack the last week. But yeah, stretching not only makes my body feel so good and makes me feel so connected to this world, but it also tends to release pent up shit that I have been penting up, whether it be emotions, whether it be cyclical mindsets, thoughts. It's like wherever I'm storing that physically in my body, when I stretch, oh my God, it's releasing up just all the pent up shit. And then take it a step further. When I go on a dog walk right after that, first thing in the morning, when there's a crisp morning air, you get the first sunlight of the day, the dog gets walked, gets his energy out, and I get my energy out as well. It's like instead of penting up that energy physically in my body somewhere, I'm getting it out, shaking it out, walking it out, doing those two things. And they're so simple. As I'm saying them out loud, it's like, why would I have any excuse not to do those two things every single day? Why would there be any hesitation with two such simple things? Well, and the answer to that is I've been hyper fucking fixated on this. But another thing I've learned about myself is that I actually do not thrive on a strict daily routine or schedule. If every single one of my days is the same, all with good intention, right? Creating a morning routine where it's like step by step by step, and I do that if I had every fucking day, I lose my mind. I start to get bored, and then it starts to feel like a chore, and then it just feels like it causes more of a weight and stress and anxiety than what it was originally supposed to do for me in the first place, because I'm dreading it so much. So I'm learning about myself that I need variety within my routine. And I have truly been struggling with finding a routine that has variety in it. I don't really like create any rules with it. I become too lax with myself, and then I end up just, kind of fucking off and then having to start the whole thing over. And then I go like 180 super like with a routine, and then I get burnt out, and then I try to go lax, and then I get lazy, and it's this whole cycle. So one thing that I've been like super interested in that I'm hoping will be the solution to my problems when it comes to having a variety routine that has a sense of structure and rule to it, but flows with my body's natural energy cycles. And if you know where this is leading, because it's been the talking trend of 2023, I'm always late to the trends, but here we are. Cycle syncing. I am so intrigued with cycle syncing. And I think it's not only like the idea of women having 4 different phases within the month, and no wonder I feel so different from week to week, sometimes even day to day. And I feel like I'm going crazy, but it's just all this shit we weren't taught about in school about ourselves that would be very fucking handy to know so that we can thrive in this world. I have been doing some digging, and I'm very intrigued with it. My periods have always been a struggle. I have always had very heavy bleeding, very painful periods. I've struggled with IUDs, birth control, miscarriages, abortions. So I've had a lot of physical trauma in this just like area of my body. Through all of it, my hormone imbalance is like, sometimes I literally just feel so fucking whack. And I usually feel it, and then I start my period and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like, duh, now I'm like, I'm not crazy anymore, but it would be nice to fully understand what is going on. So doing the research and trying to understand my body a little bit more, and all the different things that we as women can implement into our daily lives to help support the hormone fluctuations and the hormone phases that we encounter. just to help stabilize everything. And at least for me, like, I know not every woman has a really intense period. And honestly, I'm so freaking jealous. Like, kudos to you. What's your secret? Like, what magic sauce is in your DNA? Or like, what are you doing? What is your family doing? Because you're winning. Mine has not been that case. So yeah, this is definitely something I'm excited to dip my toes into. When you start learning about it, it's almost a little bit overwhelming because there are so many different aspects of your life that you can start doing things different phase by phase in each aspect of your life to help support your hormone cycle even more and fully invest and fully live within that. And that is the goal. But honestly, there are so many aspects of your life to start considering and to start thinking about. And for me personally, doing it all at once, I'm like, whoa. So I'm going to start with one. I'm going to laser focus on one thing and to tie everything in together with what I've been the most inconsistent about and what makes me feel so fucking good every single time I do it. That's right. It's body movement, exercise, creating some kind of varietal workout body movement routine that is synced with my phases, starting with that. And I'm hoping truly that by working with my body through its different phases, changing things up, trying new and different kinds of workouts and routines, I am hoping that by doing all of this, it's not only going to give me more energy, sustainable more energy throughout the day, because being lethargic has become my new normal, is what it feels like. Not only with the hormone imbalance issues, but also with my diet and just having so many issues with food lately. I have not been able to eat food, like, at all. And it's getting to the point where I'm starting to feel it within my body. And it's not like I'm actively trying to starve myself, truly, like, not at all. In fact, I wish for the opposite. Like, my entire life, I have always considered myself to have kind of like a food addiction, like a food problem. Like, I just fucked with food so hard. I love food. I love just stuffing my face. I couldn't get enough of it. It's just like the biggest dopamine hit. It's so good. It's like crack. In the last like year or so, I have really been struggling with food. Like, my appetite has just gone down the fucking drain. Everything is giving me the goddamn ick. Like, even the stuff I buy from the grocery store, the stuff I cook up at home, it's like thinking about where our food is coming from, how it's being processed, what the facilities probably look like, all the things that get slipped by, all the worms, all the bugs, all the lab grown meat. It's just like all the chemicals, all the pesticides, all the shit sprayed on everything. It's like I walk into the freaking grocery store and I'm starving and I miss food so much. I just want to consume food like I used to. But I walk into the grocery store and I'm fucking disgusted. I'm so grossed out. And even when I buy better groceries and I cook it up, food just does not taste the same anymore. I don't know what it is. Well, it's probably all of it put together, and I don't need to list all of it. But food just doesn't taste the same. Whether I make it at home, whether we go out to eat. When I go out to eat, I always expect there to be at least one mistake, if not two mistakes with the food. And that's just with the food, because that has been happening for me every time I go out for the past maybe like 6 to 8 months. I don't know what is going on with the service industry, but like literally every time I go out to get food, there is something wrong with the food. It could be as simple as like they forgot my French fries, or they didn't put, the chocolate in my chocolate malt that I ordered, or I mean, just little shit like that. But it's like, yo, I remember the days when you could just go to a restaurant, order something, you knew it was going to be better than you even expected because it was always better than what you could even cook at home. But now everything is just sub fucking par and it's so expensive, doesn't taste the same. My body is just icked the fuck out and I don't know what to do. I truly don't know what to do at this point. But anyways, the food, not being able to eat food has physically been draining me. I am hoping that by learning how to cycle sync, learning how to move my body in accordance to what my body needs in that given day, in that given moment, because women are not the same day to day. And that's freaking beautiful, honestly. Constantly evolving, constantly experiencing a new state of reality from day to day and learning to cope with that. No wonder women are so good at masking. We have to act the same and act normal and act presentable to society in society's standards every fucking day. But we're not the same fucking person every single day. We're not meant to be. Yeah, but this has been so fun. So I'm really excited about this project. I'm really excited about opening up with you guys. I'm really excited about finding some balance in my life. Like, today was the first morning that I woke up and I did some stretches. I didn't do the whole routine. I just did a few of my back stretches because I've noticed that my back stretches are the most essential. Get me connected to my spine, my spinal energy. Took Bandit out on a walk. We didn't do our full 3-mile walk. We just did a short bit, but it did make me feel better. And I think I have to realize too that like I don't have to go 1,000% every single day. And that's what the cycle syncing I'm hoping will teach me, is to like give myself a little bit more grace, that I don't need to be pushing myself the same every single day. I can allow and give my body the rest, the space, and the movement it needs to keep going sustainably, to keep going, just keep coasting, to have the energy to freaking do this, because if I keep going without moving my body and without getting balanced, I know this podcast is not going to be more than 8 episodes, and I will not allow that for myself. We're going to keep going this time, fam. I think that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, Ari Lou signing out. Peace punch, Captain Crunch. What do you think, bud? He's like, whatever. Bye.